How did you learn all this?
That's a good question. I've had an interesting life. And yeah,
well, we flew out here for you, so we've got all day to listen to it.
Yeah, I've had an interesting life, and I think the only way you learn lessons in life are the hard way or the harder way. I think that humans are terrible at learning lessons easily. You will see somebody make the same mistake 100 times until that one time it really hurts. That's just how we are. And God's been quite nice to me by teaching me the hard lessons quickly. He didn't give me any chances to learn slowly. He came at me hard and fast and instantly. So I learned things very quick. So I learned the reality of a lot of scenarios and how the world works very, very quickly because I never had any of those in-betweens, you know?
Have you got a specific hard lesson? Quick, hard, brutal?
I have a few, yeah. But I think everything I say, all of my answers are based on my life. I don't want to, there's some things I don't want to say on camera, but anything I'm saying is based on a scenario that I've lived through. I don't read books. I'm not a book reader. I don't consume content. I don't watch videos. I don't watch anybody else's things. Every single word out of my mouth is just a reality I've lived, walking around day to day. And I philosophize it in my own mind, I absorb it, and I come to my conclusions. And my conclusions seem to be pretty accurate for two reasons. One, it's maybe the most Googled man on the planet. And two...
How many searches? I was trying to find out. I was trying to Google how many Google searches are on Andrew Tate.
At the height of the media attack, I was the most Googled man on the planet. I don't know how many.
More than Alec Baldwin, more than Will Smith.
More than Donald Trump, more than Putin in the middle of this war, more than Joe Biden, more than the Kardashians, more than everyone else. The most Googled man on the planet. So that's one reason I know that my conclusions are accurate. But the other reason I know my conclusions are accurate is because when you make a conclusion or you come to build a mental model in your mind, the idea of having it is to be able to predict the future. There's no point in constructing a mental model that doesn't allow you to predict the future. If I pick this bottle up, I know if I drop it, if I let go, it's going to fall. Because every other time I did that, it fell, right? My mind has told me if you drop things, if you let go of them, they're going to fall to the ground. It allows me to predict the future. If I couldn't predict the future with my mental model, if my mental model believes something else, then I'd make a bunch of mistakes. I've predicted the future completely and utterly accurately my entire life. I know that I'm right because the way I think allows me to be correct in every scenario I've ever been in. I know when someone's going to hurt me. I know when my time's almost up. I know how to make a bunch of money. I know all of it. I've never been wrong about anything. So for someone to come along and try and convince me that my mental model and my way of viewing the world is inaccurate is going to be extremely difficult because I'm going to sit and say, well, my mental model produces X to this accuracy, and you're a dumbass. So what can you predict, my friend? And that's the reality of the world. So my stories are being told, the lessons of them at least, when I'm speaking.
What are the lessons of the Middle East?
No, the lessons of the stories. You asked me a story, and I'm saying I won't tell the story, but the lessons are being told.
Okay. Andrew, are you misunderstood?